Hello and welcome to an episode of Test Chamber from Game Informer. I'm your host this time around. My name is Ben Hanson, and I'm joined by one Jeff Marchiafava.
Hey.
Otherwise known as Hang Time. And then we have Jeff Cork.
My name is Jeff Cork.
That's right. And Matthew Kato.
Hello, my name is not Jeff Cork.
The rare appearance by Matthew Kato.
I do some stuff here and there. I'm bigger in the underground community.
The underground Test Chamber community. Yeah. I understand. This is the Evolve Alpha that we're looking at. And Kato, you've been playing this. You played a lot of it yesterday too, right?
Yeah, had a lot of fun.
Cool. And now we're going to jump in and try and get a game going. And just for my test, it seems like it takes a hell of a long time to actually set up a match with this thing.
Yeah, that was my experience too. You'll have a couple load points going out of the screens, and it's long.
Sure. And you get to choose. So if we hit on that, we can choose what class we actually want to play as.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. So you could just go find game, and it will go into the hunt mode of the game. But if you have a specific role that you want to play, you can hit this choose role. And this basically lets you kind of go from 1 to 5, what's your most and least desirable, or you can just hit no preference if you like. So if you absolutely didn't want to be the monster, you can just kind of shuffle that back to 5.
Sure.
In my experience, it's hit upon the first 2 pretty consistently, if not the first one. So it's a pretty reliable system so far.
Nice. Is this like the first tier of hunters only?
Yeah, and that's where you'll start out depending on your mastery of each individual weapon. So if you play the Trapper and you use the Trapper's weapons, you have to use them to the point, let's say one of them for one of the characters is a harpoon, which harpoons the monster to the ground. Use that enough times successfully, and you'll master that weapon to 3 levels. Once you get, I believe it's the 4th level, or you master 3, and you get up into 4, then you will open up the next character. For the monster, I believe it's like the 5th mastery.
Okay.
So in the alpha, you can experience, if you play enough of the characters, you can experience the other characters in the different classes.
Gotcha. So this is available, the alpha, on PC and Xbox One, and then today they announced that the PS4 one is indefinitely delayed. Is that how they phrased it?
I don't think they even said indefinitely. They just said it's not out. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, they had to delay it because of the PlayStation update, but they said they were going to try and make it up to owners somehow.
Maybe extend the beta, or maybe early access to the beta or something like that. I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the alpha, as it was stated before this delay, on the 3 systems was going to go through November 2nd, I believe.
Right.
So yeah, maybe to Jeff Marchiafava's point, maybe they'll, for PlayStation 4 owners, they'll extend it, a couple days or something. Or
right. Should we jump ahead to the actual gameplay then, so we don't have to watch any loading anymore? All right, here we go, everybody. Just so you know, that took a hell of a long time to get into a match, but we're finally back. So you took control of a bot, and you're playing a Trapper?
It looks like maybe I'm playing playing a Trapper.
Is that support?
I think it's a Trapper, actually. I got the B there is a force field where I can shield my teammates. So if I hit B right here, it'll be now mapped onto the left trigger.
That's right.
Whereas something like the LB, which is the nuke strike, that one controls itself just from that trigger. So let's get through this indigenous wildlife, and I got to find...
God, I love just watching the crazy creatures run by.
Yeah, and there are way more of them than what we were playing.
It is kind of fun, because I haven't really seen this game too much in action since we played a super, super early build for that cover story a while back.
Yeah, Cork and I played it at E3, but this is still way more stuff in here.
Yeah, and we're still on the dam level here. And so you have a full jetpack? Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
It gives you the benefit of the doubt when you're going up and you run out of it.
Oh, does it really?
It just lets you keep going.
You just hold down A, and I think as long as you put the camera up like that, it'll take you up.
Right.
There's some tracks, and as you can see, I can see where the rest of my team is.
Monster scared those birds. That's the last straw. This monster's out of control.
Ooh, what is that thing?
That thing is running right for the monster as well. Oh, they have those little indicators down there? I don't think they had those last time we played.
That also tells you what the weapons are, so I think if I was going to RB, which I just cloaked myself and a bunch of people, it'll actually tell you what some of those are. So
okay.
Go back down.
And now you as the Trapper, you're the one that makes that huge dome, right?
No. Yeah, that is
there
the Trapper. Yeah, I must not be the Trapper, so...
Yeah, I think you're the support.
Yeah, the support. Okay. So here, see that tether right there? That showed? Yeah. That's me putting a shield around that person.
That's right. So this must be the second tier of players because there's Daisy and she was in the tier 2, right?
I think they might have switched him though.
Yeah, Daisy's tier 1. At
Oh,
least
she is?
For the
Oh, okay.
alpha, yeah.
Okay.
The trapper, has put up the dome shield so we can't actually leave. So they actually have to take it down, keep the mobile arena down. There we go, it went down. But you use that if you want to trap, let's say you got the monster cornered or in a defined area.
Sure.
They throw that up so it can't leave. The reverse is that you can't leave. And so if you don't take it down, then you're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
That's always a terrible feeling when you're playing as the monster and
It's
you're
the
like
worst.
trying to run out of there and then it comes down over you.
I love that it looks just like the episode 1 weird force field that the Gungans have too, just to get geeky for a second.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they were going for.
Very Gungan inspired.
Oh, there he is.
So, is
To
there
your right.
still plenty of downtime in this game? Because that was my favorite part of playing it a while back for the cover story. Was just having maybe a minute or two of trying to hunt down the monster in the beginning. And obviously we jumped into the middle of this match, so it's not exactly the most tense, but that's still in the game, right, Kato?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. I was watching him earlier. Kato is a little busy right now trying to fight this monster, but that's definitely... And that's still a big part of this mode, because this is like the hunt mode. So
Right. Still what they
that
call...
may be different in other modes.
Sure. This is still what they call the primary mode, right? I mean, this is
I think
the
so,
game, and
yeah.
everything else is a variation of this.
Yeah.
They've been remarkably quiet as to what any sort of single-player component is going to
Yeah.
be like, though.
Or any of the other modes so far, they still haven't said anything.
Right. We were talking about this earlier, but one of them has to be like a one-on-one monster fight, right? Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, you were talking about that later. I think everyone else was shooting that down.
He's saying that'd be stupid, but it'd be
Yeah.
fun. Or even like having 4 of the monsters, or how many monsters is it shipping with?
3 monsters in the game, and I think they had a thing where if you pre-ordered it, you would get a 4th one
Yes.
at some point in the future when it's ready
Strange.
to
All
release.
right. But just visiting the studio a while back, they definitely were interested in the idea of releasing more and more monsters over time and kind of supporting this game for as long as they can. And I think the model works pretty well for that. God, those
Yeah.
things are weird looking. I want to shoot a little mini cage over that and then just hang out with one of those things.
You're so weird.
Just feed it grass.
Looks like someone's dying.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Those guys get caught up in the wildlife.
Oh,
That happens quite a bit. Somebody
those plants.
gets caught up with something or, maybe wanders off. Oh, yeah,
yep.
this is the
Someone
plant.
got eaten
yeah.
by...
I don't
plant.
mind. I'll just lay here.
I don't mind being eaten by a plant. All right, teamwork. Here
Let's
we
go back, yeah. Let's see. So Daisy's going this way. Other people are going other ways.
I don't think I like having Daisy on the map. I don't like having that thing that just knows exactly where to go.
Yeah, it's not that easy. I definitely have, spent plenty of times, we were running around and trying to find which way to go. And, if you had a good monster at it, maybe with stealth,
Sure.
laying tracks in certain, places and maybe doubling back and things like that, you can
Right.
definitely lose the hunters. So it's not as easy as just following Daisy, although I did find it was just a good way to get your bearings, especially like if the group split up and people are going in different directions. It could be confusing as to like who really has the answer, so to speak.
Right.
Although you do come across like tracks and then the bird.
Oh, God! I thought I heard footsteps.
The monsters.
And so that just showed you what skill he chose?
Yeah, it said he had movement speed. Sometimes you can pick those up from like killing special animals. In the
Right,
environment,
right.
So
It's like a
maybe
temporary
that's
buff,
what-
right?
Yeah, those perks are available for anybody, including the monster.
Don't worry, he barely noticed you.
Okay, I should gotta get up here so I can support my teammates here.
Is there a meter showing your jetpack fuel?
I think that's the one on the right.
Okay, gotcha. Get that shield up there. I like Invisible Daisy. God, the monster must hate those birds. That was the weirdest feeling, 'cause every time you're the monster, you just want to be so quiet, but the monster's always roaring and stuff and weird things that you can't control. It's like, shut up, you idiot.
Well, when I was a monster, I always find I'd come across those birds, and of course, I knew that if they got scared, they would indicate my position. So,
Right.
just out of stupid rage, I would just swipe at them to be like, I'm just gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you, one hit kill you because I
Right.
hate you so much. But then, of course, they just scatter and give me away. So it's just kind of a vicious cycle.
Yeah. And that's why one of the perks is bird seed, right? That you can hold the monster's hand to kind of lower it to him.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks everybody. Thanks,
Test
Tough Cork.
chamber for your stand-up routine also.
When is this game coming out again?
This is coming out in February 10th, 2015.
Okay.
See, half a click away. Let's go.
Because playing with these randos seems like a decent time, but if you can get 4 of your friends, or 5 of your friends, I guess, together.
Yeah, that's got to be the way.
Yeah. And even though this is the alpha, you can still matchmake with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. There is the option to invite friends, but at least in the time when I tried it, it just didn't do anything.
Huh.
So I don't know if it was something wrong with that particular match, or if it was just a feature that they haven't enabled particularly for this alpha.
Right.
That I am unsure of.
Gotcha.
Let's steer away from that. We don't want to get into the pod there.
He was right over there.
Let's wait
This
there.
map seems much more mountainous than from what I remember.
Yeah,
Did they change it that much? Is this still the same map?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
There he is!
But I
He's jumping
definitely
around like
don't
an
remember
idiot.
all those caverns and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the dam is the one they added at E3, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, so this is different from the one we played in the studio.
Oh, okay. All right. That explains my confusion.
Because the one we played in the studio was the jungle.
Yeah, it was a jungle, but then it also had something that looked like a dam where like all the humans were holed up. Remember that
Yeah,
whole
there was
thing?
some kind of power station. or
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Beautiful.
something. It looks like he is.
Oh God!
Oh, no!
Right into the mountain
Not hiding.
of
There's just
madness.
some random.
What?
So it looks like he might be going back towards the power relay because now he is in like the maximum 3rd stage of evolution. So he has an alternative objective now that he can win by destroying that power relay. Which he's,
Gotcha.
And that's what he's
Speeding up
doing.
right
It says
now.
defend the relay.
yep. Looks like he lured everyone away.
And what's the meter on the top there for the other alien creature?
So the red one is his health. The blue one is his shield, which
Gotcha.
you can't replenish your health when you're the monster, but you can replenish the shield by eating other creatures. Oh, and it looks like there's lots of explosions and stuff happening up here.
Stand by.
There she is. Oh, he's really
Yeah, do
punching
you
the
have
hell out of that.
Can you do the orbital barrage on that thing? Oh, that's good.
Nicely done, Kato.
Oh, that got him off.
And so, is the Kraken in this too? The second monster?
Yeah. If you
Yep.
were to get far enough, you would experience that.
Okay.
So those circles on there that you see on the monster, that was put, I think, by the medic, I believe, who does that.
Oh yeah.
And that's just, those are weak points, so they target the weak
Daisy.
points.
Mouth to
and
mouth to
then,
that dog.
That allows other players to hit it for better damage.
Nice. And she has to implant those, or is she like scanning them and finding the weak spots?
If it fires them on, like,
Okay.
with a rifle, fires
That's
them
really
on.
cool. Are you feeling optimistic about this one, Kato?
I am now, although it ran off, so now there's going to be another bug hunt here for
Yeah.
another 15 minutes.
What was the most memorable thing that you experienced yesterday after playing this game for quite a bit?
I think in general, I don't play a lot of class-based shooters, and so, I would say my skills aren't very great. And in general, I'd say I felt pretty comfortable and at home with pretty much all the characters, finding something, whether it be a weapon or whatever that I liked about each of them.
Right.
And so I kind of like that because then I didn't have to be so worried about which, class I was playing. It was more just about like, okay, I can play this and I can do a few things which I think are pretty well. Obviously at higher levels, I'll probably have to become a lot more proficient with all the weapons and all the classes. But
Right.
I like that you could really just jump in, not even worry about who you're picking, and you'll be able to contribute pretty well to the team.
Is the assault still kind of the default? If like you're used to Call of Duty games, is that the kind of most vanilla character to jump into?
I can't speak, to Call of Duty in particular, I guess, but, I actually picked Assault as my first one because I thought the same thing of like,
Right.
well, I'll just be used to like just, gunning the heck out of something and not worrying about it. But I actually found, at least, in my time with it yesterday, that I actually was a little bit better at some of the support classes.
Huh. Okay.
It looks like your teammates have laid down mines and stuff, so
They must know something.
yeah, like they have to defend that.
Oh, because they know that he's gunning for that for his alternate objective.
There he is.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
he
that
can't
old
stay
son of a
away.
bitch. Oh, God. Just fire randomly.
I think this is a pretty long range weapon. I think
Nice.
this is the one, but well, let's just tempt fate.
And is that the
go down that.
R3 icons that are showing up? Is that what those little yellow things are?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone's really going nuts with that.
Yeah, someone is freaking out about people leaving, I think. The power relay. But
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so he's
Like
trying to
me?
beckon you back there. I bet that's what's going on here. We muted these guys just to save you guys the hassle of listening to a bunch of goobers. Even though these seem like lovely
yeah,
people.
This-
very nice. I'm sure.
The good kind.
I'm sure 3 of them are
The
developers.
best goobers. Oh. Yep, there he is.
Okay, like if you see there, the X out through my nuclear strike, it's because he's actually happens to actually be under some cover.
Gotcha.
So that sometimes happens. So one of the maps I had where it was like the power relay happened to be inconveniently in an actual complex, and so my most powerful weapon was totally useless.
Oh,
in that
God.
case.
He just jumped right over you.
That's good because he didn't see me. I'd rather him jump over me than attack me.
Back on the med gun.
Although
Get
I
on
think,
the gun.
yep, he's just in the orbital barrage. I'm not. Oh, okay,
Oh,
so now
God.
I'm down, but I can still use this pistol.
Yeah.
Fire up his butt.
This looks flawless. Maybe if
Um,
he bites onto some sort of propane tank, we'll have a chance.
Yeah, and then Daisy actually is going to come. Well, unless there's more than one character, she'll actually come to my. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got revived. She'll come automatically and revive you.
Daisy will?
Yep.
Yep.
Once she
What?
knows you're down, she'll automatically come over and let's go get revive this guy.
Wait a minute, but Daisy isn't the medic characters.
No, it's the trappers. Now I'm down,
But she's still.
She's still gonna
She can
revive
still
you?
revive you. Yep.
Huh.
which is. So again, you can have Daisy run through the map totally alive and all the hunters down, and you'll still be in the game.
It seems like a bold choice not to take the Daisy character, whatever her name is.
The trap. I think it's the trapper. I believe.
Right, but I forget what the actual trapper lady's name is, but Griffin was the other tier, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're having an out of body experience.
Perfect.
So
And so how does this work? Is it Counter-Strikey? Or are we dead for good? Or
No,
we've
so
got-
there's a drop ship, and eventually, since when one person dies, it starts to trigger the countdown for the drop ship, and anyone who's dead when the timer gets down will all come back on that one. So there's
Okay.
kind of this. There gets to a point where if you're, incapacitated on the ground and there are only like 15 seconds left,
Right.
you're better off just dying because you'll come back in that same
Gotcha.
drop ship with everyone else.
Well, with everyone down. There we go. Monster
But he
wins,
killed
everybody.
everyone.
Oh, and now he gets to do what on this planet? Just live a happy life, set
Yep.
up a small family?
That's it.
That sounds perfect.
And so this is the upgrade process, right? Which this
Yeah.
is the first time they've actually revealed any of this.
Yeah, so what's all this like then? What's going on here?
So get mastery in those 3, and then bucket the next playable character will unlock. And for the monster, as I said, I think it's like 5. And then the player progression right there, level 5, that's the overarching one. And so every time you level up in your player progression, you get a perk. And those you'll use. I didn't see it in the loadout screen before we came into the game. It just dropped us in where it let us control that bot.
Sure.
But if we were to drop in, it lets you pick one of the perks. And so I've got like 4 perks to choose from because I'm level 5. It might be a little more damage, or it might be switching between weapons quicker, or like a better jump pack. This is
Gotcha.
really cool, by the way. This is now a map of
Oh, this
everything
is like,
that's going on.
This is exactly what they do in Mario
Yeah.
Chase in Nintendo Land.
So you can kind of, if you can study it, if there's anything that can be gleaned as far as what the monster did or what you did, or if you want
Right.
to play the
Yeah,
monster next.
If there was like 5
you know.
minutes where you didn't even see the monster, it's like, where the heck was he?
Yeah,
the entire
yeah.
time?
And then up in the corner, it shows the stage they're on. So you can kind of see, where in the fight that they, maybe like you said, you lost track of them and
Right.
they got to stage up and stuff.
That's fantastic. Cool. Well, thanks for showing us this. Are we good to go?
I think so.
That's good. Thank
All
you.
right. So check out the Evolve Alpha if you got in. Congratulations. Beg your friends if you didn't. I'm sure somebody got a code. They were throwing out a lot of them. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Test Chamber.